it's work to start unpacking that. It's work to find out what box you put that in, on what shelf, and in what closet, to start unpacking that stuff and start getting rid of that stuff that doesn't serve you anymore, that you don't need to carry anymore, that you don't need to lug around with you in your energy field and in your mind and in your body. Stuff that's taking up space that really isn't necessary anymore, but you just didn't want to feel it because it sure wasn't fun. And it takes a minute to work through all of those things that you just don't want to feel. But it's important. It's important to do some house cleaning once in a while and clear the dust, clear the air, literally clear the air, clear the space, clear the field, clear all of the things, because those burdens aren't meant to be carried forever and ever and ever infinity. The other word that is very popular is transcend. You know, we should really just be able to transcend our emotion. We shouldn't be, we shouldn't this, and we shouldn't this, and we shouldn't this. And I got caught up in a loop of that. I'm not my emotion. I'm better than that. I'm bigger than that. I can transcend that. I don't need to be so bogged down by this emotion. And it's just another way of bypassing. I should just be able to transcend them because what? Because I've understood that emotion is just energy. So sure, I should just be able to transcend that. I mean, I think there's a lot of almost, well, this might be a little dangerous to say, but almost like a spiritual abuse. Spiritual advisors or spiritual coaches or spiritual communities will almost shame you for feeling emotion because you should be able to just transcend it. Well, that's bypassing too. It's spiritual bypassing and just rising above the emotions that we don't want to feel. The truth is that when we allow the flow, it can be pretty darn quick. We can move through that emotion with a couple of really beautiful cleansing breaths. And it doesn't have to be drama and trauma lived all over again. It's just allowing that energy to flow out. It took me years to understand that I wasn't required to re-experience that trauma and the drama while I was moving through these emotions. It did not require me re-going through all of that, but I was so afraid that that was one of the ways I would bypass emotion was I can't relive that again. I can't go through that again. I can't.